Hey everyone, I am Om Dharme, and for those of you who know me, will know that I enjoy playing games. Some of the games that I can't wait to play would be Silk Song and Cruise. And so instead of getting bored around all day, I decided why not make some games. And so that's how it all started. While I was frustrated because I had no game to play, I decided to look into Unity. After knowing the basics of Unity, I made a small and fun shooting game called Bullet Ballet. You can check it out from the channel. Now that I was down with Unity, it was time for me to do a deep dive into pixel art and draw my own sprites. This is the channel that helped me the most in understanding pixel art. I have watched a lot of videos of this playlist called as Pixel Art Class, and I realized that I still have barely scratched the surface of it. Okay, so now let's talk about the game. What do I want the game to be about? I want the game to be dark and mysterious. Like there should be a sense of mystery to it. I want the world and the surrounding of the game to be a ruined world. So whatever you see is destroyed and ruined, whether it is the buildings or the surroundings or the people in it. I also wanted to have humans, monsters, and maybe also humanoid monsters. Okay, so that was enough ideas for now. We can always add more ideas later. Now let's do some art. So this is the character I drew up. His name is Mo. This is not the final design, but let's play along with it for now. I have added some of its animations here, like this is the idle one. I think it looks okay. Then we have the walk. Then we have a simple attack. And then we have a combo attack. So I think they are looking good enough for now. Okay, so now let's look at some terrain and surrounding art. So this is the background that I drew. I think it came off pretty well, considering I have never drawn anything in my life. So there are different layers to this background. The first is the foreground, after which we have another layer of background along with the buildings. Then we have another layer. Then we have a huge pillar like thing, and lastly we have the light. So I think it does give off a kind of a ruined world vibe. Maybe I can make it better in the upcoming vlogs, but for now I think this is good enough. Now another thing to add to this is a parallax effect. So parallax effect is basically making different layers of background move in different speeds based on how far they are from the player. This is exactly how in real life the things that are farther away from you, they look like they're moving at a slower speed compared to the things that are closer to you. So it just gives the game an overall more depth and it looks more real. So after watching a bunch of tutorials and understanding how the parallax code works, it was now time to see the results. So as you can see, as the camera moves with a certain speed, the layers which are closest to the camera moves with the quickest, like the foreground layer. On the other hand, the layer behind the foreground layer, which is the buildings, moves a bit slower. The pillar behind it moves even slower, and so on. And hence this creates an effect of depth and it makes the whole surrounding seem more real. Now let's see how the final gameplay looks now that I've added the player animation, player movements and the parallax effect. So let's see. Okay, so I think that looks good. The movement is smooth. The parallax effect behind is looking cool. The animation is fine. Maybe I will work on the character a bit more. I don't think it's entirely matching with what I want. I have not added the attack animation set. I will add it when I make some new enemies. so I have someone to try these attacks on. So this was the first look of my game. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.